Hi, my name is Alvarez. I'm from the Fernandeno Tataviam Land Mission Indians. I work here at CSUN, but with the tribe. I serve as a senator and also serve as our president of the Tataviam Land Conservancy. And so just different areas on the campus. One of them is I guess this would be a tile, a mural of Rogerio Rocha, which was one of our tribal captains.
I'm here with Jesus again, and we're in the garden at CSUN, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the garden. So right now we're next to a coastline oak that was just recently planted.
Yeah, so Nat Zappia was a friend of mine, and he actually was running sustainability. And so what's kind of nice is that this is a really wonderful classroom setting, and it is dedicated to him. His name's there's a sign behind us that shows his name, and to honor him, they planted the oak tree. So what's kind of special about that is the oak tree is native to this area, and that was a staple with the acorns. They would the tribe, my tribe, would harvest those. Different tribes would get together and grind, and sometimes you'll see some grinding stones, and the communities would come together and do that. So it's kind of special to have this here. Encino is named after the oak tree, and so I was mentioning earlier when they were assessing the area for the missions, Father Crespi was the one who was coming up the coast to assess kind of where the missions would be located. Coming into the valley, it was about 1769. He drops into Encino. He's basically going, they were trying to go up, they were in the Los Angeles basin, and so being stopped at the mountain range, they roughly went up the Sepulveda Pass, dropped down to Encino, and there's it's noted in his journals. And one of the things I think is kind of cool is he notes that there's black soil. And so that's a reference to controlled burns. So you would have black soil as a result of fires. So he's dropping into this, the community meets him, they offer him seeds, it's kind of a greeting. It's a real pleasant experience for him. It's just, but so I think that's special to see that. And Encino is one of the tribes. And so the Fernandeno Tataviam Band of Mission Indians made up of 3 lineages. The Ortega lineage is President Rudy Ortega is our president. His lineage was the group that basically they met over there, and so that's kind of neat. But they would have seen these oak trees, and so as they were offering them food and seeds, it would have been something they may have harvested and actually gave some kind of meal for them. So I think that's kind of special, and I'm glad Nat was a real wonderful person. It's a real wonderful thing to think that we're in a special place, and everybody should be here to check this out anyways. But to know as this tree gets older that we'll always remember Nat, or there'll be a reference to him.